President Trump authorizing the deployment of the National Guard to our southern border, the move drawing lots of criticism. But as we've mentioned, Presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama did the exact same thing. Joining me now, Chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Michael McCaul. Chairman, thanks for being here this morning. I'm hoping you can clear up some things. First, can you address that? Why is this being looked at differently than previous administrations? We've seen this before. Is this time any different?
No, it's nothing new. President Bush did Operation Jumpstart. President Obama continued it under Operation Phalanx. Then he stopped it. I think the new thing is that President Obama did stop the program, and now President Trump has taken a bold decision to bring it back. And I think it sends a bold message to Congress, quite frankly, at a critical time for us to act on border security and immigration.
Do you have any details you can fill in the blanks here? Because I feel like we're still working off very little information other than the proclamation by the president himself that he wants this to happen. He wants the National Guard to go down to the border. Do we have a sense of number of guardsmen that this would take to actually accomplish this? Costs involved, what they would actually be doing? What can you tell us?
Well, under the title authorities he is moving forward, the governors have to request this assistance. Now, I talked to the Secretary yesterday. 3 of the 4 governors have already agreed to this bold action. Jerry Brown, not surprisingly, in California, has still not decided whether he wants National Guard troops on the ground. Last time this was done, I think under Phalanx, about 1,200 National Guard troops were deployed, and I think under Operation Jumpstart under Bush, probably close to 2,000. So I think this is a great, it's a support move. It's a bit of a Band-Aid. But again, Congress really has the authority under the Constitution to act on this issue. And I have a border security bill. Chairman Goodlatte has an immigration bill. And we need to get this passed. So when you say Congress has the authority to act on this, if Jerry Brown, who you're telling me is undecided right now, if he decides no, what sort of federal authority is there to override the state's decision? Well, they're under the command of the Guard or under the command of the governors. And I think for some good reason historically. And so in my border security bill, we authorize Homeland Security, border security missions as within the purview of the Secretary of Defense and Homeland to bring them down. So that would actually, passing my bill would give the authorities necessary and also the reimbursement to the states when they have more action. Like my state of Texas has borne, hundreds of millions of dollars in cost. Chairman, can you, before we let you go, can you just give us a range of the number that we're talking about here? I know you're giving us an example of past administrations, what they asked for. What's the recommendation? Well, in my bill, and I think it's pretty consistent with historical Guard on the border, we have provided $35 million reimbursement to each of the states that participate. So this could range, if you multiply that by 4, you're probably talking about the right number. But again, I think this is so important because people forget that border security is really national security, that our Border Patrol, they tell me they only apprehend less than 50% of what's coming across. You don't know what 50% of what's coming into the country. You have a less safe country. It's my fault. I kept asking you questions because I just want to know more. We're trying to get these details. Chairman McCaul, if you could just stay right there, and we're gonna keep you over. We'll be right back.